Mental Performance Podcast.
And we're live. Welcome back to the MINDBENDER Mental Performance Podcast, 2 for Tuesday on this Tabernacle Thursday, the only podcast that former Lycée and head coach of the Dream Tour 2022 Savannah Bananas turned professional pickleball player Enrique Byrones says makes players fuerte en la cabeza. El lugar es aquí, el momento es ahora. Wherever you are, the place is here. The time is now. We're taking it from the clouds to the dirt, one episode at a time. It's all about showing up, being present, and knocking down those mental and oftentimes emotional barriers that get in the way of consistent and confident performance. Let's get into it. Today, we're talking about perspective, recognizing the real. Chapter 7 in Harvey Dorfman's The Mental Keys to Hitting. If you're serious about playing this game with consistency and mental clarity, then tune up and tune in, because this lesson is one of the most transformational lessons in the entire book. Maybe it's transformational. It starts with a quote, like every chapter of the great Mental Keys to Hitting book does. It is the eye that makes the horizon. That's a quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Harvey's message: how you see the game in your life dictates how you play. Perspective: how I see myself and the world around me. The big picture is, what are you really playing for? Harvey tells a story of a minor leaguer with big league dreams, right? So big that they consumed everything. His problem, or his problemtunity, was he'd lost sight of the full picture. He was playing to make it, not because he loved it, because of the faith, love, fun, and joy that sits at the top. He wasn't playing for that. He was playing to make it. His identity was tangled in results and outcomes and winning, and not rooted in reality on the things that he could actually control and influence. So what do you love more? The game? Your faith? Your love? Your fun? Your joy? Or what the game might give to you? Because it's never about what you get. It's about who and what you become. Right? I used to think getting to the big leagues would fix my life. But now I realize the process is the prize. Be here to compete, pitch to pitch, not to chase approval. That's the shift. Control your mind to control your muscles. You ever get so emotional at the dish that you can feel your legs lock up and your swing fly open? That's not mechanics. That's a malfunction of perspective. Your brain should be in control, delivering present, positive, process, functional commands, not your fear, your stress, or your catastrophizing thoughts, right? This is it, do or die, now or never. No. Step out of the frame and it's easier to see the whole picture, huh? When you're in the middle of the fire, don't lose your mind. Use your mind. That's the flex, man. Are you performing from your emotions or your decisions? Make the decision. Hold the line. I'm feeling anxious, but I'm choosing to breathe. I'm locking into my plan and my process and my system and committing to the pitch. I'm in charge, not my feelings, not my emotions. Amen. When you have a fuller view, a healthy mind can see clearly. When life throws you a combio, and it will, family trauma, injury, girlfriend, adversity, your perspective either builds you or breaks you. The great Javon Curse, NFL guy, said it best when he went through some devastating injuries and mental health stuff. He said, quote, life goes on. Not as a surrender, as sense, as presence, as power, as self-control and choice, the greatest gift that we've been given, to choose our path. Don't shrink your life to the size of your batting average. See the world beyond the white lines, and you'll find some peace inside them. You can't have perspective without gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to anxiety, to fear, to anxiety about the future, depression about the past. Gratitude lets you respond, not just react. The small picture, compete in the moment. Yes, you need the big picture, sure, but when it's time to compete, get small, laser in, narrow the focus funnel, simplify the task, think small, think ball. In the box, it's not about your career, it's about this pitch, this breath, this swing, this pitch, this play. Are you competing against your own expectations or comparisons instead of execution and competing pitch to pitch, attacking the ball with clarity? Right, I was thinking about what this at bat means instead of what I need to do. Time to simplify, time to anchor down with the breath, time to get in the present, time to be positive, and time to get in the process of executing the pitch. Your attitude will follow your perspective. You want a great attitude, then cultivate a great perspective. One that says, this is a challenge, not a threat. Man, I'm learning. I'm not losing. I'm learning. And loss, learning, opportunity, stay strong. I'm adjusting, not unraveling, right? A great Todd Helton once skipped dinner after a bad game. Then he learned that starving himself wasn't actually exactly performance enhancing. Perspective changes everything. Every game doesn't have to be life and death. A great attitude isn't luck either. It's the fruit of choosing a healthy, balanced view of the game, of yourself, and of your role in both. If you can't have the fruits without the roots. The roots is your process. The roots are your routines. The roots are your habits. The roots are your actions and behaviors. I can't hear what you're saying because I'm too busy watching what you're doing. Don't let a bad day become a bad mindset. Your last AB, it's over. The last inning, it's done. But if you carry it into your next at bat, it'll infect your timing. It'll infect your breathing. It'll infect your muscles. Why? Because your perspective is poisoned. How you interpret your failure and turn that failure into feedback is more important than the failure itself. Failure is an event, not a person. Learn the lesson, leave the event, execute the next one. What story are you telling yourself after failure, after not executing? That was a bad executed swing. I'm not a bad player. I'll learn, I will adjust, self-coach, and attack the next one. Bring it on. Let's go. Clear vision equals free muscles, right? When your perspective is grounded, your confidence grows. When your confidence grows, your muscles stay tranquilo. They stay relaxed, right? When your muscles stay relaxed, your swing stays short and your barrel gets to the ball and the eyes see clearly. It's all connected. Work. Don't worry. Be a super warrior, not a super worrier. Don't waste energy fearing failure. Use your energy to prepare. There ain't no substitute for hard work. You got to put the hay in the barn if you want to find out how good you can be. So what's the story you tell yourself after a non-executed at-bat? What's your perspective on failure as feedback? And not failure as something final, but failure as something that you can have to gain perspective as a teacher. Are you using it as a teacher or using it as an enemy? Can you hold the big picture in life and then the small picture when it's time to execute the pitch? Be rational, not emotional. Step out of the frame and use your brain. See the picture. Be present. Stay positive. Trust the process. Keep it simple and compete with a clear vision and a calm heart. Para mis jugadores latinos, más línea, más vida. Hasta la próxima. Recuerda, si quieres ser un jugador disciplinado, comprometido y preparado en el futuro, empiezas esa mierda hoy. Se necesita lo que se necesita y lo mejor está por venir. Until next time, remember, if you want to be a disciplined, committed, confident, and prepared ball player in the future, you start that shit today. It fucking takes what it takes. And if you choose, the best is yet to come. Be good to yourselves.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.